Right. Because Japan! This is a good one this week. Because we've had... Yeah, get ready for this. Because we've had the, as I'm dubbing it now, the Toyota No Motor Show.
Tokyo.
No Motor Show.
Tokyo Motor No Show. I think is what you're aiming for.
Can we start that again?
No.
Because Japan!
No.
We've got a good one for you this week because it's the Tokyo...
Well, no one's going to miss it now, are they? The Tokyo Motor No Show.
No Motor Show.
There's a no show.
Yeah, but no motor show.
Oh, because of electric. I thought it was because of some of the stuff not showing up that you wanted to see.
Oh no!
The Tokyo no Motor Show.
This has started well.
Okay.
So there's been a motor show in Tokyo in a building owned by Toyota. That's why I get it wrong. It's called like Toyota Big One or something like that. Which is great. If you're gonna advertise, make a building out if you want to show off.
Confident for any Asian man to make that claim.
So we kind of have to deal with the first thing. There's a really cool thing coming up, but the first thing is we're kind of calling it the no show because there was a lot of vehicles that were supposedly going to be at the Tokyo Motor Show, which were not at the Tokyo Motor Show. But I have to point out here that really it was the motoring journalists said they were going to be there. No one actually said that, no Toyota didn't say that the new Supra was going to be there. Suzuki never said that the new Jimny was going to be there. They did not. Honda never said the new S2000 was going to be shown, although we'll come to that in a minute. So really, it's just, it's assumption. And assume makes an ass out of all the motoring journalists who doing clickbait headlines to make sure that it will be shown. It won't be shown. It might be.
Won't have it that way.
No.
Go away with your baity clicks.
That's it. Your clicky bait bollocks.
Clicky bait, damn it.
So, but just because that happened, or rather that didn't happen, all the stuff they said didn't mean that it wasn't an excellent show.
Oh, I wish I'd been there.
I wish I'd been there. Putting me coins in the pant machine and all that sort of whatever you do in Japan as well. Anyway. Top of the list.
I've never heard of your girlfriend called a pant machine before.
Top of the list is the Honda Sports EV concept. Which was it's a
star of the show.
Star of the show.
Star of the show.
Companion to the I've already forgotten what it's called.
City car.
City, that one. The City Sport, the little hatchback that looks like a Golf. Everyone will know because it looks like a Golf.
Don't say those words. I mean, because that was the start. Like, Honda have played this well, haven't they? Haven't they played this well?
What, you think they're trolling with the sort of...
Well, they did, like, the City one.
Yeah.
And everyone was like...
Mind blown, yeah. And can't get better than this.
Boom. They're like, oh, yeah, by the way.
Yeah.
Heard the Z was being axed.
Yeah.
Have this.
You're all waiting for the new S2000. Well, this is what I don't understand.
I was a little, tiny bit underwhelmed by the sport concept, and I think it's the wheels. I think the wheels aren't futuristically enough.
Unlike the City one, which
I
were
think we were spoiled by the City one.
Yeah.
And then this next one came along, and it's a bit like having a brilliant starter.
Yeah.
And then your main comes along, and maybe you're not like
and it's brilliant,
by it.
But you're not like when it didn't. Didn't take it up a notch.
Away by my own tray.
By my own tray, I was so good. So it's kind of, and this I also think is a lot of the motoring journalists, bemoaning the lack of a new S2000, and I'm like, come on, this surely is. I think this is.
Can't see the wood for the trees.
No, I think this. They're so obsessed with that they're going to bring a new S2000 out. I assume with some VTEC that revs to $9,000. The world's moved on. That was like 18 years ago now.
They don't do old-fashioned.
They don't
tradition and stuff like that.
Exactly. They're pushing it forward. So I think the sports EV is probably the new S2000.
VTEC's dead.
VTEC is dead. I mean, it wasn't very fast anyway. But anyway. So yeah, very cool. I think I'd like to pass this over to you because you got some anger about the inevitable comparisons that were made, and you were saying look, we should call it out again. I think we should.
It needs a whole thing of its own, and we're going to do it one time.
Okay.
We're going to call out piston heads.
We are, yeah.
We're going to call out piston heads, piston plebs.
Piston plebs.
Kolben Kopf, as it should probably be known.
Yeah, for the German
We're
law.
calling it out 2 minutes. 2 minutes before it was compared.
The forum's timestamps tell.
So it was compared to a Sirocco.
Yeah, I mean, a Sirocco. Just go
2
and look
minutes.
At 2 minutes.
That's all it took.
Yeah.
for
some Eurocentric
a pleb who
pleb.
cannot see outside of the Volkswagen Automotive Group, not Volkswagen, it's
Volkswagen AG.
Volkswagen AG. They
Same
couldn't see
difference.
outside of that, and immediately, because they've got zero fucking car knowledge whatsoever.
Well, it's a Golf and a Sirocco, obviously.
I'll make that reference anyway. So we'll come.
We will do that properly. We will circle back
to
round
that,
to that.
like the truck circling the caravan in breakdown.
Yeah.
Shortly before it goes straight through it.
Nice.
Yeah, good-
Nicely
good
done.
film.
Anyway, let's go through the other stuff. Obviously, Honda EV Sports Concept, super cool. But there was the new Toyota Century, which we sort of discussed last time, because it was more than a week ago, which we were slightly divided over, but, you know. Toyota also did the TJ Cruiser, which is kind of this weird... I kind of like it, but in a weird way.
Because it looks like a sloth.
Yeah, true, it does look like a sloth.
It looks
You're
like
right.
a sloth. So you're kind of like, oh, it's cute, but I don't see how it... I don't
But
see
it
the
would also...
lineage.
Yeah. The thing with sloths is they look cute and then they look like they kill you at night, though, when you're not looking.
Yeah.
They sort of like creep up and just knife you with those big claws.
And the big smile on their
Yeah,
face.
exactly. Sleepily just going, oh... like
Smug.
that.
So it's smugness. That's
It is
what it
smug.
is. Smug
But
sloths.
so they're kind of... I kind of like the fact that they're sort of taking back... they're taking SUV culture and taking it back to like MPVs, aren't they? And going, well, we can just like SUVize an SUV and make it a bit... Which is kind of like when they did the Honda, I had this like obsession with the Toyota Town Ace, like the big one-box vans that were also a bit off-roady, but they did... So there's a bit of that going on. It's a bit weird looking. I'm not 100%. You were not impressed.
Not impressed.
Not impressed. The Suzuki E-Survivor.
Amazing. When I saw the photos of this, I thought it was a rendering. Like it looks like a rendering, doesn't it?
The colours are bob on for a rendering.
It doesn't
That's
look
true.
real
No.
in a photo. I really like this. I think it's dead exciting.
Yeah.
I think it's weird how it flex. Is it the X90 that it kind of reflects?
Yeah.
I love that they're saying it's got motor hubs.
Yes.
Which I'm a bit confused by because it blatantly has axles, which looks like it goes to diff. So I'm a bit confused by that. But if it does have hub motors,
I
then
didn't think it did have the... I couldn't see it, does it?
like
Oh,
it to
right.
me, yeah.
Because that is like one of those things that when you see that done,
Yeah.
it's a bit weird. It's like it shouldn't look. It doesn't look right somehow because you'd expect.
Maybe
to
they
see
drop,
this.
or maybe they drop. I can't.
Yeah.
But it looked to me like it got axles, but I like it.
Yeah, it's very
Very
cool.
funky.
And then they also did the. It looks like XB, but it's actually Cross B, which I can't quite work out. It looks like the old Suzuki Hustler, which was a car I used to get in Japan, and it's kind of slightly SUV off-roady kind of thing again.
I think it looks dreadful.
Oh, I quite like it in a sort of.
Absolutely, it's one of the worst looking vehicles I've seen.
I quite like it somehow.
I can't believe Suzuki have done it.
How dare from
I
one
can't
to the
believe-
other. Oh,
Yeah.
I quite. There's something about it's gawky and that it is. It's too long and
I
it's
think
too.
you're too wrapped up in the Suzuki thing.
I'm too wrapped up in the
It's like
car
no one
thing.
thinks they have an ugly child, do they? It's a
No,
bit like
that's
that.
true,
And this
yeah.
looks like a mutant.
Also, I really like this one. Daihatsu always kind of save the day. They always do some cool stuff with usually with concepts. They're like, we just made this. We're never actually going to make it, but it's really.
Yeah.
And so they did the DN Compagno, which is like a retro future reinvention of one of their old, what used to be called the Compagno. And I think it's super cool. I was really.
It looks so retro future.
It's so Jetsons.
The problem
isn't it?
is very Jetsons.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. Problem is, it is specifically aimed at seniors. It's an OAP car. That's what they're doing it for.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of the reasons why it's a bit of a weird powertrain. You can either have a 1 litre turbo, or I think it's a 1.2 litre hybrid. But this proves that electric motors are the new turbos.
Yeah,
That's what it is
definitely.
now. It's hybrids now, not turbos.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's it. There's gonna. I wonder if how we went through the 80s with like turbo and blazing on everything as a power adder kind of thing. Wonder if hybrid's gonna flip and kind of go from eco to actually go to this kind of sporty.
I think so. I think it's in the supercars. It's happened.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, top end. Kurs.
Everyone
We'll just
wants
call it
Kurs.
Kurs instead. The Mazda Vision Coupe and the Kai concept.
What the hell's going on with Mazda?
I want to talk about this because because not to put you out. I mean, I want to talk about this at length because I saw something like a throwaway comment from someone once who said, wondering if Mazda's the new Honda. I think that's a really spot on way of thinking about it in terms of their clarity of vision, They're sort of simplistic designs, but they just got their little niche, and they're just like the coupe is gorgeous. It's
absolutely
so well
incredible.
done.
These front ends they're doing. I won't want to get hit by one.
No,
bloody hell!
People are like, please make this, and I'm like, they're not going to make that because it'll chop you off at the knees.
Unbelievable. Well, let's hope they do if it can be saved.
That's it. If it can be saved somehow.
But, I mean, the interesting thing about Mazda is Mazda are owned by Ford, aren't they?
Oh, a little bit of, that's true.
So I'm wondering if, because Ford's lost Jaguar, Ford lost Aston Martin, it lost Lincoln, it gave all that away to Geely.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Ford is doing something with Mazda quite interesting. Is slowly building Mazda into.
But that's interesting because it's like
they've got the MX-5, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean that's it. But they're all very different. You know what I mean? Like you say, it's almost. You wonder if Ford's ironically doing a Geely and just letting them, like I say, giving them finance, but letting them get on with it. Yeah,
you've got to admit that first boardroom meeting where the Mazda execs come along and say, so we kind of want to go, we're kind of targeting sort of the Aston Martin, Aston Martin area, and they would have been like Mazda, but, and I do think you're right to say new Honda. And I think it's right that Japan should be looking in that area because they're not going to. Because China's going to demolish them when it comes to affordable small cars.
Yeah, true. They're sort of their traditional.
Let's face it. Who do we look for quality components now? We look to Japan. Yeah. So who should be building the supercars? Really?
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, they're kind of their traditional base as good quality, but sort of base level is there's going to be substituted.
The styling as all Western cars slowly merge into this kind of blob that it's become now. You can't tell an Audi from BMW really. And
I mean the Kai concept, which is like a hatchback, that looks gorgeous. I mean
the Eastern styling is this sharp samurai blade-esque kind of really powerful looking object. The art.
Although at this point we should probably mention the samurai slashes of the Lexus LS Plus concept that had you gagging with
the T-strainer.
I love that's it. It's kind of this T-strainer grille with neon blue elements that you get in your Morphy Richards one cup.
Yeah, it does. The front end does look like a very arrogant kitchen appliance.
It's beautiful.
The rest of it's good. I always want good things for Lexus, but that front end, it's like they just don't know what to do. It's because they haven't got. They have not, because this is the mistake Lexus made. They've been so understated for so long. They have never brought in something that goes, that's the front of a Lexus.
Well, this is the thing, and they've also gone the sort of the thing of saying we'll never make another boring Lexus, and it's like, well, fair enough, but you don't have to go that insane to do it. Like, I'd rather you maybe be a bit boring than going that. So.
Yeah.
Talking of another sort of rather weirdly front-ended vehicle, the Yamaha Cross Hub.
I'm so mixed about this. I see one photo of it and I'm like, oh God, my eyes. And then I see another one and I'm like, oh, it's adorable.
I love the back. I think the back is really cool. They've got like a wooden deck to the pickup and they've got a bike in the back. And it's like, that's pretty cool. And then you see the front and you're like, ooh, hang on a minute. All those sharp lines have gone into bulbous sort of pufferfish.
It's like two different cars have kind of merged into one, like a crash that's just been immobilised. It's weird.
I think they did, I can't remember what it's called now. I think it's something Spirit. They did in 2015, which is another concept. The sports ride, that's it. I wrote it down. I thought I had the sports ride, so not spiritual. The sports ride concept, very kind of cool idea, but again got this slightly blobby front. So they're obviously kind of redoing that.
They do these occasionally. Volkswagen did a sort of Baja Beetle, which is a bit of four-wheel drive underpinning, and they tend to have this kind of laminate boat-like plywood finish and stuff like that. And then they realise that absolutely nobody needs one of these vehicles or would.
I mean, this is a problem with like the Yamaha stuff. It's always really cool, but but you don't actually make cars, and they've kind of done a lot with iStream and Gordon Murray and stuff, but never really. The whole point of iStream is that you actually go and build cars. You don't make concepts based on iStream. You're supposed to make cars with iStream because it's so cheap to do.
And it makes you wonder, like, the Polaris has got that space now. It is like so many Americans have Polaris buggies. You can get lift kits, big wheels, and do so much with them. So, and they are as close as you're going to get to a sort of drivable quad car, aren't they?
Yeah, true. Subaru Visiv. You like the Visiv, didn't you?
I was dead impressed by this. I think it looks
it's a bit smart,
good.
It's a bit sharp.
You can see the Impreza in it. You can see where it's going.
Yeah.
I'm quite like these race style arches that they're putting on things. I think one of the new Vauxhalls has actually got them. I don't know if there's a new Corsa, it's got a different name, whatever. They're starting to do this a bit now, and I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. The only problem with Subaru is they tend to do really cool concepts and then water them down so much that when the actual thing comes out, you're like, oh, you sort of strained at the... They tried to keep... I mean,
the
if they could just
Impreza has
be a
been
bit more...
so abused. In the last 10 years, the Impreza is the bug-eyed version.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of turned into this ugly mess for a while. And now I feel like the Visi V kind of knows what an Impreza should look like.
Yeah, true. They're getting back to the core of it,
Like, if, some Impreza nuts all got together and said, this is what we want the modern... If you saw, like, a Photoshop on the net, it would look like...
Yeah, on the Subaru forums, it would look like that,
that makes sense, that does.
From one excellent rally-based concept to one utter bullshit reimagination of a proud mark from Mitsubishi, the E-Evolution. What the E? What the E?
I mean, like, the irony to take the word evolution and then come up with this crap.
I mean, the wrong starts with the name. Why didn't they just call it the E-Volution? Why have they called it the E-Evolution? I mean,
no sense of humour, have they?
No.
Well, they're trading off evolution, aren't they, now? Yeah. They've got this big thing, and they're like, what do people know about, Mitsubishi, the Evolution? Yeah. Let's make a people carrier. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I think, they also, I'm sure I've seen somewhere, they've reused the Eclipse name, which in America is like, we didn't get it so much, but in America is like, the Eclipse is like... It is the Fast and the Furious. There was that era of just eclipses everywhere. And they're doing like their version of a Nissan Juke and calling it the Eclipse. And it's like, what are you doing? This is like two names. You've just summarily just wiped out all the cachet in those names with some Me Too, SUV, CUV bollocks, basically. So, thanks Mitsubishi, you bloody bellends.
Because there's no money in Evos.
No, in actual Evos anymore, that's it.
Type R's, your Evos, all that stuff, there's no money, there's no profit in it for them at all.
Yeah. So you found, you showed me, I hadn't seen this one, this is the Toyota, not Toyota, the Toyota Gosei Flesby. Toyota Gosei Flesby. That is like the best Japanese name ever.
It sounds really American. Toyota. Was it Flesby? Hey, Flesby.
Hey, Flesby.
Hey, we should go see the Flesbys on Sunday after church.
Our Toyota. And I like it. It's proper batshit, isn't it?
We cover all the big brands and what they're doing, but it's these little exciting people. Toyota have got this rubber one-seater transportation vehicle. I like it. It's a little bit Akira.
Yeah, definitely on the the silhouette on the side on. Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
I'm all for it.
And obviously then you get into, I won't mention them here for, not to send people asleep, but there was a lot of cool car concepts as well. Always. The Suzuki, I can't remember what it's called now, but they did the Suzuki one and it was kind of like a big one box, and I reckon that's going to be the new Wagon R. It must be a preview of what a new Wagon R is going to look like. Mitsubishi did some crazy one that had like the most hilarious name ever. It had got like 7 names, but it was just like plastered with stuff and it just looked ace. And
this is very descriptive.
Yeah, well, just put that into Google.
Put 7 names plastered with stuff.
Yeah, that'll get you the Mitsubishi.
Sorry, I did a vivid Pollock-like picture.
It is very Pollock-like. I think
it's a load of Pollocks. That's what I'd say.
The actual vehicle is a bit Pollock-like, I should tell you, but very cool all the same. So that is Because Japan.
Because Japan.
Special episode. Thank you, Toyota, Tokyo, and Toyota, because it was in the Toyota building, and the big one, or whatever it's called, for the no-show. I'm a bit disappointed the Jimny didn't show up, but that's okay, because that means I've got more time to save up to buy one, because it's not ready yet. Right, we'll do the next one in the next video or segment of the podcast, whichever your flavour you choose. We shall see you in a little while.
See you then.
Bye.